Bismillahi walhamdulillahi assalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah amma ba'd rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, my dear brothers. We are starting our third lesson of today, which is Surah Al-Zalzalah. Um, and it has about 8 ayahs. We will quickly go through the introduction. So this surah is believed to be revealed in Medina. It is number 99 in terms of its order in Quran. It talks about an earthquake and a confusion. It talks about the day of judgment. What will it be, and how it will be about holding people accountable, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's reward or punishment will be fair. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will establish absolute justice on that day. And only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can establish absolute justice, because everything is being recorded. He knows what is inside our hearts, what we are saying. He doesn't need any witness. He doesn't need any evidence. Everything is already recorded. And even we on the day of judgment would know what we have done. So it will come in front of us. Let's start the study of this surah. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. I seek refuge in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from shaitan, the outcast, the cursed one. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most gracious, the most merciful. Iza zulzilatil ardu zilzalaha. When the earth is shaking with its earthquake, it will be a very heavy earthquake that will shake the earth. When will this happen? Who will tell me? I just mentioned it. Let's see if you guys are with me. When will this earthquake happen and the earth will be shaken? What day is that? Anyone? You can unmute, you can write on chat. What is this day that we're talking about? When the earth will be shaken with a heavy earthquake. Qiyamah, day of judgment. Jazakumullahu khairan. Yes, both of you are right. We are talking about the day of judgment. When the earth is shaking with its earthquake. Wa akhrajatil ardu athqalaha. And it brings forth the earth its burdens. What is, and there are other answers. Day of judgment, day of judgment. Jazakumullahu khairan to all of you. Your answers are correct. Abdullah, Mahad, Sayyid Faiz, and there is a Zoom user. I don't know the name. It says Zoom user. Yes, all of you are right. Jazakumullah khairan. It's the day of judgment. Now, what is happening on the day of judgment? Let's see who can explain this ayah. وَأَخْرَجَتِ الْأَرْضُ أَثْقَالَهَا. And brings forth the earth its burdens. What does it mean? What will the earth bring out? Or what will it throw out? Who will tell me? Let's see if you guys understand it without me explaining. You can unmute yourself or you can write on chat. What does this mean? When the earth will bring forth its burdens, what will be inside the earth? What do you guys think? Okay, there are answers in the chat. Allah is reviewing his man's actions on Qiyamah. Yes. Dead people, Mahad, correct. Jazakallah khairan, Mahad, you're correct. The dead people who are there in the graves, all of the people who are there in the graves, all of those people who used to ask the Holy Prophet, oh, so when we die, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring us back. He will resurrect us. Abdullah, yes, everyone who's dead, yes, they will be brought back on the day of judgment. So, and brings forth the earth's its burdens. So everything that would be hidden inside the earth, which is people from the graves, which is all the secrets on the earth, which is everything that happened on the earth. And these days we see there is a lot of injustice that is happening in the earth. So it will be a burden on the earth. It will come out on the day of judgment, and Allah SWT will make the justice. For example, a person, he makes a decision, or he does something that causes harm to many people, or he throws a bomb, or he declares a war that kills hundreds of people. Now, on this earth, the best punishment that can be given is that you take his life as well. But he will only go through pain of one person, that is himself. He will be executed. But what about the pain he has given to 100 different families or 10,000 different families? This is a burden on the earth. A lot of the time people move away. They do a lot of harm, a lot of corruption, a lot of bad deeds, but they are not held accountable, maybe because they are wealthy, they are powerful, they have power, influence, and they misuse it, right? So all of these things are burdens on the earth, and they will be equalized on the day of judgment. And things will be brought forth. This is all a burden on the earth that will be equalized on the day of judgment, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will do absolute justice. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has the power to kill a person, bring him back to life, kill a person 100 times, or how many times he gave pain, or how many families he hurt. when he killed those 100 people or 10,000 people or whatever. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will have that absolute power to incur those punishments, which is why the earth will bring forth its burdens, everything that is left for accountability, everybody who's left unaccountable. These days we see so many um, atrocities, bad deeds from people that just go unaccountable, and people are thinking, oh, how come he's able to do that? How come they are not being controlled? And when will Allah SWT hold them accountable? So this is the day everyone will be held accountable. The only reason why Allah SWT gives everybody time is so that they can get back to them and ask forgiveness, or they go further into their sins, right? So, and brings forth the earth its burdens. وَقَالَ الْإِنسَانُ مَا لَهَا. And says the man, what is happening? What is with it? What's going on? So people will be like, in a state of panic. Those people who will witness the day of judgment, and if they are alive on the earth, they'll be like running around and saying, hey, what's happening? It will be a chaos. Yawma izin tuhaddisu akhbaraha. That day it will report its news. So all of the news, all of the information will be spelled out. Everything will come out. All hidden secrets, everything will be evident. Those people who did whatever, everything will be brought to life. And the real news will come out. These days there is a lot of fake news, right? You don't know what is right, what is wrong. On that day, truth will come out, and then people will be compensated based on those truths. Bi anna rabbaka awhalaha, because your Lord inspired to it, because it will be driven by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's why everything will come out. Yawma izin yasdurun nasu ashtata. That day will proceed the mankind in scattered groups. People will be moving here and there in scattered groups. Liyurau a'malahum, to be shown their deeds. They will be moved away. They'll be shown like in groups. Okay, group A, group B, group C, you are going here, you are going here, you are going here, and they'll be compensated according to their deeds. And now, how will they be compensated according to their needs? The very important two ayahs that also tell us about the absolute justice of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So focus on these two ayahs. فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَى. So whoever does equal to the weight of an atom good will see it. So even the weight of an atom, zarra in Arabic means a very, very like tiny particle, the smallest particle possible that we can think of. So anyone who has done a good deed equal to a zarra or an atom, the translation, the best translation is around an atom. So that person will see it, meaning he will be rewarded for that good deed. And وَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ شَرًّا يَرَى. And whoever does equal to the weight of an atom evil or bad thing, shar, then he will also see it. This is telling us about the absolute justice of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on that day. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will establish absolute justice on the day of judgment. Here you see a picture that is showing you an atom and the molecular structure of the atom, the nucleus, and all the particles, components that are inside an atom. And look at the size of an atom. It is about 10 to the power minus 10. Those of you who have studied math and who understand the power, it's very small. It means like 10 divided by 1 upon, I don't know, 1 billion, more than a billion, 10 billion. So that's the size of an atom. And whoever does good equal to a weight of an atom will see it. Whoever does evil equal to a weight of an atom will see it, which means Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will establish absolute justice. Here in this world, we go around telling lies and we can escape. We can say, oh no, I didn't do it. And your parents are asking, or your teachers are asking, or whatever, who somebody, you did do something wrong, and then you're like, no, 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 I didn't do it. And you're trying to make fool of them and you're trying to run away from them. On the day of judgment, none of that sort, none of that thing will happen. Every person will have to explain every deed that they did. And even when you think about doing something small, giving water, for example, or some milk to a cat, or helping someone, or giving some money, or whatever you are doing, even if it is small, don't think of it as small. Because with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is getting rewarded. Similarly, for bad things, smallest of the things are also getting recorded. But even for the good things, sometimes people don't do the good things because they feel, it's so small, how will it help? Okay, fine, if I give some food to someone, one person, how will it solve the hunger of the world? Our job is not to solve the hunger of the world, right? We are not the razik of this world. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the razik. Allahu khairur raziqeen. But what we have to do is whatever we can of the smallest of good deeds, we should do it for our own salvation, because here we see Allah SWT will be rewarding us even to an equal to a weight of an atom. The smallest of good deeds will be rewarded. So we should try to focus on the smallest of good deeds and try to also protect ourselves from the bad deeds, even if we are doing something small and if it seems like harmless. Oh, it does. I mean, who would get hurt if I do this, or so we should try to save ourselves from the smallest of bad deeds or sin. And similarly, we should try to do every little small or big deed which is a good deed, because it will be counted for us. So I hope this is clear. We will move to our next lesson.